Hey everybody, it's Ryan from Ryviews.com, and I'm back after my long hiatus. I no longer am super stressed out. Well, that's debatable, but I have time to do this again, which means I'm back doing some more videos. My first video back is going to be a RyPlay out of SkyQuest, which is a cool little side-scrolling shooter game that so far has been, it's been grindy, so we're going to see if it improves at all throughout the time here or not. As you can see, I've gotten through a sizable chunk of the game, in my opinion, but when I logged in this morning, it said I was at approximately 12%. So it's a long-ass game. You can see here lots of different maps. And each map has, see all these stars. Each one of those is a level. You're trying to perfect each level and whatnot. So this is honestly a pretty big game. And so far it's been fairly fun, but like I said, the grinding has gotten a little too intense, and I'll show you why here in a second. So I'm here, shooting these bad guys. Killed some dudes with lasers and fire, as one does. And basically, after each match, I'm fighting through, and sometimes, let's say I get hit. Boom! I lose like 400 health. I don't know if you can see that or not in the top left corner, but I lost at least a third. And so if that happens 3 times, where you run into somebody, you die. Also, whenever you get hit with a shot, bam, you lose about 30, and sometimes there are shots all over the place. As you can see right here, I'm not doing a very good job avoiding the shots. So you tend to get hit a lot, and you tend to run into things a lot, which means you tend to die a lot. And when you die, you don't get any XP for the battle. You get some money, but it's not as good as beating the level. And you are able to replay old levels, so it's not like it's impossible for you to just get stalemated. But at the same time, look at this, 180 XP, which is pretty good if you beat the level, but I've gone through several levels where I can't beat it. And then, on top of that, if you make it and you play some old levels, you get like half experience if you're lucky. And you just kind of level up really slowly and you're playing the same old. And also this stupid chest thing, which I pick up chests fairly frequently, but it's almost always lines up on this question mark, which is almost always some stupidly small amount of gold. And then I got 100% in that one, so each time you get 100% on 5 levels, and you can't repeat a level, you get a crystal, which is a premium currency. And I like the fact that you're able to get those elsewhere, and I'll explain that in a second. But otherwise, it's just a grind. So just got a new ship, so I'm able to upgrade 2 cannons now rather than just 1. But you can see here, I have lots of things equipped, and as I said, I'm still getting my ass kicked in lots of levels. And if you look at the shop, okay, I can buy things that are moderately better for a big chunk of change. That 3,000 has been me trying to get lots of money for quite a while now. Or you could save up to buy these things, which are extremely expensive and actually have good bonuses. So if you save up that much money, it's very good. But otherwise, it takes freaking forever to do anything. So this game, honestly, is getting quite frustrated as far as how slow things take. Now, there is one nice loophole, where if you go to missions, not that one, challenges, that's the one. But if you play a challenge, it's 5 waves, okay? And challenges are pretty cool. But once you finish the challenge, at least so far, I can't replay it. And that's bad news, because when you play a challenge, if you don't beat all 5 levels, you have to go through all 5 waves again. But when you play these waves, if you perfect a wave, so if you kill 100% of the enemies, you still get that star thing. So this is a great way to get premium currency as long as you don't actually finish the challenge. So what I'd recommend doing is I'd recommend playing these challenges over and over again if you're trying to grind to get lots of crystals. So you want to play the challenges and always lose on the 5th round, if you can make it to the 5th round. If you can't, then just get as far as you can. You're still getting 100% a few levels. If you're not 100%ing it, then it's not super useful. But it still is a big chunk of change and XP, so it's still pretty useful. But at that point, you might as well just try to keep going on the levels in the actual campaign. But you can see this immense bullet hell of red dots I'm trying to avoid. And in these challenges, you have to keep the same health for all 5 waves, so it's kind of difficult to keep yourself motivated throughout the whole way. I do have a shield, but it takes only like 30% off, and it's only lasts about 10 seconds, so it's not particularly useful. I also have a few other things, like I have a fireball I can shoot. Bam! Which kills stuff really well, but at the same time, my MP doesn't recharge that fast, and your skills are not super plentiful. But it still works out okay in the end. I have to say, I really enjoy the gameplay. It's been a fun game so far, and based on how long it is, I think it's a pretty solid game. The issue I'm going to have is that, you know, I'm getting to the point already where I'm sick of the grinding. I can't imagine it's going to get any better as you go through the game. So this game needs to be kind of leveled in a different way, I think. It needs to be reset, because right now it'll take me years to finish this game based on how much grinding I'm going to have to do. I think he's trying to make you buy the premium currency, and that's just going to get kind of frustrating for me because I'm not going to pay for this game. It's good, but it's not, you know, money worthy in my personal opinion. Now it might be. I mean, you know, this is a very high quality side-scrolling shooter. So if you like it, I think it's worth spending some money to get some high quality items. But I know I've had some experience in other games in a similar fashion where if you're trying to pay to win, ultimately you usually pay, and then in about a week or so, whatever you bought is completely worthless again, and you're stuck doing exactly what you were doing. You just push yourself forward a week, which if the game's going to last you 6 months, that doesn't really do much for you, and you'd be spending lots of money before it'd be worthwhile. So, in that sense, you know, it's tough to justify when to pay actual money. But that's up to you. It depends on how much you have in your pocketbook too. In general, I'm catering lots of these videos to assume that you don't have enough money to blow on a million video games. So that means that you don't want to be spending the money. And if that's the case, I recommend playing this game for a little while. Like I said, I'm getting frustrated, not super frustrated yet. And once you're getting a little too frustrated with the wall of needing to grind, then just stop playing. It's a fun game to start off. It basically starts out like this. You don't have that cannon on your ship right away, but otherwise, you know, it starts out fun, and it's fun until you start having to grind. So I definitely recommend trying it out a few times and seeing if you like it. So whenever you level up, you get these bonuses, which I don't think you can reset. I'm going to give myself some more health because I keep dying. And then you also get skill points, which I'll show you in a second. I'm going to die here. Dun 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 dun. Bam, bam, and there I go, exploding in a sea of white light, I guess. I got a chest, and it's going, and it's going to end up in the red, as always. Oh man, this is lagging right now because of my video. I hate when games do that. It happens a lot. Okay, so you see I already completed this one, so I can't replay it. Frustrating. Okay, so you go to skills, and see I have 1 skill point, and lots of these things cost a lot more than 1 skill point, but some of them don't, so I'm going to charge up one of these things. We're going to upgrade the ship health, maybe. Can't decide. Maybe I'll have this thing. Extra bursts. Missile per burst. 5. Exciting. Don't know really what that means. You can also upgrade items for crystals, and you can craft items for crystals. They're expensive, but lots of these will be pretty good. So if you're able to craft that, and I might spend crystals on that, and it wouldn't be too bad, because then it's actually kind of guaranteeing you a good spot, and I haven't actually paid any money yet. But you can see here, I haven't actually done this yet. You can get 7 free crystals by following them, and otherwise you can spend creds to get crystals and or coin monies. I don't really think it's worthwhile. And it feels like they're kind of forcing you into it, but you know, it's not overt when you're playing the game, so I don't really mind that much, because if it's in your face, I get really angry. This one's not in your face, it's just kind of in your playstyle, I guess, because you're forced to grind a lot otherwise. Anywho, this is SkyQuest by Berserk Studios. So, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoy the game. Visit www.ryviews.com for more content, and let me know what you think of the game in the comments. Until next time. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. You know, if you want to. Bye-bye.